everyone has choices to make in their life. This is a normal thing. A few weeks ago, I had made a video. I think it was a few weeks ago. I had made a video about women deciding to leave the good man. I think it was a few weeks ago. Well, there was a few TikToks I decided to not put in that video, and I just have them off to the side because what the women were describing in these were just a little bit different than what I wanted to present in that original video. So these I will be taking aside, and we were just going to be going and having a spotlight look onto these individual TikToks that I had pulled. Now, this one that we're going to be looking at is a little bit longer, so I will be editing through a majority of this, and you're welcome for that. Now, this one, I'm just going to go ahead and let's just go ahead and get into it because I'm going to start getting the laughing fit going on. Let's my name's Trap Boy. Let's get into it.
Leaving a good man. Now, that's hard. It's easy when they're an asshole to you or they really hurt you. It's actually easier to move on because you're upset, and sometimes that upset or that rage can give you power to move on. But what happens when you're with a good man but you feel unsatisfied and you want to leave but you're scared to leave because you're worried you're not going to find something better? I'm going to tell you how to tell it's actually time to leave. You should do it. You're making the right choice. So the first thing you want to ask yourself is, why do I think they're good, right? Whose definition of a good am I using? Because a lot of times women will say, well, I should stay with him, he's nice, and other people say he's a good husband. And what you're using as your definition of a good man or a good husband is really what other people are telling you. And other people are like, well, this should be enough for you. But if it's not enough for you, then it's possible that this person is a good man, but it's not good in the way you need. So you gotta figure out what your definition of a good man is, because relationships are not one size fits all. And just because somebody is happy with a certain kind of person and they'd be fine with it, doesn't mean you have to be fine with it. So look at this good man, and you can love all the good qualities, that's fine. But ask yourself, what am I missing that I fundamentally need? What am I not feeling that I really need to feel? And get really honest with yourself and look at what's missing. And then ask yourself, from what I know of this person, if I were to communicate my requests to them, if I were to work with them on this, can they really do this? Can they really provide this? Actually easier to move on because you're upset, and sometimes that upset or that rage can give you power to move on. But what happens when you're...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Here's the issue with women that talk this way. Earlier, she said something about trying to find out what the definition of good is, and we've talked about women changing the definition of words, and they say they want a good man. It can mean anything. What's good to one person is a bare minimum to another, and what's great to one person is, why are you even talking to that dude? Some of these women. So a good man. So a good man is just a normal average guy. Most men, 99.9% of men are good. There's that very small percentage that aren't good men. I would advise you, these women, to stay away from men like that. Actually, it's a lot more than that point. It's the percentages are not the issue here. Well, what's the issue is women that talk this way, which can't get any man, talking women into divorcing the good man. Because as we've said on this channel many times, single women love to keep women single. It's their favorite pastime. And if you've noticed, all these dating coaches and relationship gurus and all of this, they are also all chronically single. For the rest of their life, they'll be single. Which is kind of a little ironic. The woman is like the shoemaker's kids, never had shoes or something. She's the matcher, the relationship coach. She will help you in your relationship, and if she can't help you, then she will help you end it. That is what these women are good at. And if you really want to look at these relationship gurus, they are only there to help you end a relationship. A lot of them do very little to improve relationships. They just cause divides among everyone they talk to. And this is another one that is saying, oh, he's doing all this for you, but is he good? And you know what? A lot of times women will ask themselves, what am I missing out of this relationship? What is he not giving me? He's giving me a lot, but I need more. Women always need more in relationships. They need all they can get. And if they're not getting what they feel like they're entitled to, then they will try to fill in those gaps elsewhere. Usually by the method of monkey branching, cheating, and divorce robbing their husband. Let's continue.
Or is what I'm asking, is what I want so different from who they inherently are that even if they tried, they wouldn't be my definition of a good man. By the way, how you can tell it's a real need and not just something coming from your ego is, think about, if I never had these experiences that I want, these feelings that I want in my life, in a relationship, would I really feel that I truly actually missed out? It's easy to look at other people's relationships, or you see their photos on Instagram and you're like, I want that. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about really fundamental things that you need, like feeling loved, feeling valued, feeling seen, feeling adventurous, whatever it is that's really important to you. If you were with this person for the rest of your life and you got to the end of your life and you never had those things that you're realizing, these are what I really need, would it feel like you've missed out tremendously? Would it feel like you've missed the mark on your life? If that's the case, then even if this is a good man, it's probably not the right man for you. My second question to ask yourself to figure out if you should leave a good man is, what is my capacity to receive love right now? Am I fully open to receive love? Am I in a space where I feel really good with myself and really worthy of love? Do I feel that love should be happy and healthy and safe most of the time? Because sometimes people push away a good man because they really do have relationship blocks or intimacy blocks, or they're avoidant and they can't receive good love because it feels so different to the negative ways they feel about themselves. Or
Oh, shit. Welcome to hell, mother.
They can't receive good love, guys. See, the skirting of the accountability is in every sentence this woman has said. It's never the woman's fault. It's never anything she has to improve. It's just the way she is. She can't receive love right now. So that good man is going to have to go live in the gutter. She can't receive affection because she's not in a healthy mind space to do that. This is some of the biggest load of baloney you will hear on social media, is when these women put on their bandana, their scarves, and their Dahmer glasses, and they get to talking. And this talking just doesn't, it's absolutely nothing. She has said a lot of words, and none of the words have been worth listening to, honestly. That is a very popular narrative, is they'll say he is a good man, but he's just not the right man for me, which is completely fine. If these women are dating men and they want to end the relationship with these men, whatever, then absolutely do it. That is, I have no issue with that. But why are you doing it? No, though they do not answer the question, which is why. Put yourself in this man's position. You're a man, you're being confronted saying, hey, look, I want this relationship to end. You ask, well, we've been in a relationship for over a decade. Why would you want it to end? Oh, I'm just want it to be over. Well, was it something I did? Well, a lot of men don't get in relationships for them to end for no reason. Usually, if a relationship ends for a man, it is for a specific reason. But here you have women who are just ending relationships because, oh, well, you're a good man and everything. I just need to go find something better. This is why I say just stay away from women like this. I would 100%, if any man chooses to get involved with a woman, 20s, 30s, 40s, any age, you need to, on the very first couple of meetings you meet with this woman, ask her for her phone and go through her phone. Look at her TikTok accounts, see who she's following, Instagram. Look, just scroll through her Instagram and you need to see what she sees, because that will give you a lot of insight into what kind of person she is. And if you see makeup tutorials, if you see manifestation coaches, if you see any of the red flag material stuff that I cover on this channel, then you need to absolutely throw her phone at her, hit her with her phone, throw it at her, and then run. Just get as far away from her as possible. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Definitely not worth your money. Do not be spending money on these women at all. 100%. And if you see this woman's face on her phone, that facial expression she's making, oh God, that is a great face. All right, let's continue.
Or intimacy blocks, or they're avoidant and they can't receive good love because it feels so different to the negative ways they feel about themselves, or the negative things they learned love was as a child. But if you're a person who's, no, I'm good with myself, really, truly, I've already done some healing, I feel like I have a big capacity to receive love, I'm just not getting everything I want here. That's different than this person's giving me love and I'm rejecting it because I have unhealed wounds with it. And this is a question you should ask, but people almost never ask it when they're considering leaving somebody, and it's, Am I the best match for this person? Am I truly the best match for this person? Am I truly every single thing they want and need? They might be telling you that, oh, you're the perfect person. But I really want you to look at, are they getting every single thing they want and need with me truly? Or are they missing out on things that are fundamental to them, but maybe they're just used to the relationship, used to the comfort, or they just are okay with settling? Because typically, if the relationship really doesn't fundamentally work with you, it's not one where you get all the things that are essential. The same thing's happening for them, whether they realize it or not. So sometimes envisioning them finding somebody more suited for them can help you realize that maybe the thing to do really is to leave a good man. Just
Why is everyone so stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent like me?
We've heard this narrative before. Leave the good man so he can find his perfect his wife, so he can find his forever something. No, nobody cares. There's no such thing as forever someone, or soulmates, or twin flames, or one and onlys. None of this. This is the kind of stuff that these women will buy into. If a woman comes up to you and starts asking you about horoscopes and Gatorade risings and what's your water's fire sign, it just, look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It is some of the biggest red flags out there. That means all that is telling me whenever I hear women talk about stuff like that, all that is telling me is that if something were to happen in that relationship, or to you or to her, she will blame it on something. She'll blame it on the moon, or she'll blame Aquarius was in retrograde, sorry, my bad. And all of a sudden it's just another reason to skirt accountability away from the person who probably should be taking accountability usually, which is the woman in a lot of cases. But no, not with this type of mindset. Women will dive headfirst into any sort of environment that will cause them to be able to skirt accountability. And astrology and all of this other new age stuff is just a look around. If you've ever read any of that stuff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's continue.
because someone's a good man and maybe they provide or they haven't abandoned the family doesn't mean that you are getting all the things you fundamentally want and need. Emotional connection matters too. Passion and intimacy matters too. Having adventures and laughing and being on the same page mentally, emotionally, spiritually, really feeling like you're with somebody who's a true match, really feeling like you're with somebody who you don't get tired of being with them. You just love being with them so much. That matters too. And in my definition, that's really a good man. Somebody who matches all the things that you require. Somebody who meets and exceeds your expectations. I am a love coach that's known for helping women attract what I call a top 1% man. No settling, getting every single thing you really want and more kind of love. My clients attract in relationships and partners so good. People literally are like, how did you find this person? And they're not missing fundamental things in relationships because I don't believe that you have to settle. So I help them hold the space and heal within so they can attract in somebody who really meets all of their needs. That's real, true love. If you are single and looking for that, or you're leaving a relationship and you want to set the stage so you don't just leave this and then be single forever, or leave this for something slightly better, but you really find that top high level love where you are just so
Shut up, nobody cares. I'm going to go ahead and call it there because she's pitching her stuff. But that's what she's saying. She can get any woman. Listen to this. She can get any woman a top 1% man. But what she's not telling these women is that these women are sharing those 1%. That's just the way it is. You got to sharing is caring. Am I right? There was a poll, or was it a question? It might have been a question on the street. Oh, no, actually, it might have been a survey. They surveyed some women. They said, would you rather be with a man that doesn't make six figures, maybe has a 9 to 5, but he's faithful to you? Or would you rather be with that 6-figure guy, that 1% dude, but he cheats? And a lot of women said they would rather be with the cheater. So that kind of tells you where their mind is at. Women really don't mind if you cheat on them. They don't care. As long as they're getting taken care of, you can cheat on them much as you want. Now they're going to cheat on you as well, but They don't care as long as they're getting paid. As long as they're getting paid. You see how this works? As long as women get paid, they don't care if you cheat. It's something a lot of men do. A lot of rich men do it all the time. They are in 40, 50-year marriages and they're well, and their wives are doing it too. It's a thing. It happens. Women are listening to these love coaches, these manifestation gurus, and they are losing the plot 100%. There is this woman on TikTok that is saying she can find any woman the top 1% man that she's looking for. And these are going to be the perfect men, and they are not going to be missing anything for that woman in that relationship. And there's one word I would like to add to that sentence is yet. Yet, because women will stay with a man for a very long time. You've seen this. Women will be married to a man for decades, no issue. And then one day just be like, you know what? I'm just going to end this 25-year marriage and download Tinder. I'm going to start doing that now. So these 1% men that are getting all these ladies that are, trust me, dude, are not deserving of a 1% man. These women, if these men give them a ring, and if they are dumb enough to give them a ring and get married, that's really the end game for a lot of these women. They're just wanting to get the ring. They're wanting to get into that spot so that they can cash out. In a lot of cases, these women are just trying to get married to these types of men so they can divorce rob these men. This is what this whole mindset is about. Whenever these women talk about, you want a man that fits all of your criteria. He does this and this, and he matches every single thing. They're not talking about every single thing. They're talking about one thing, which is money. 100% all the time. These women are helping, these love gurus are helping these women find these 1% men, these 1% earners. These women aren't going to be attracted. These women are attracted to the money. So they will be with these men as long as it takes. Maybe after about, I don't know, depending on how old the woman is. Once a woman hits one of those milestones we talked about in one of my earlier videos, once they hit one of those milestones, they'll look back at the relationship they're in and see if it benefits them and see if they can get any more benefits. And they will always try to level up and try to squeeze all the milk they can out of any man that they meet. And if they are not getting exactly what they want in that moment, well, then it's time to monkey branch and find someone else. That is going to be the end of today's video, spotlight video on a love guru's reason to leave a good man, which there never is a reason. She didn't give a reason. She just said leave him and leave the good man. And then, hey, contact me because I can hook you. Just pay for my course and for my 3-week session, and I can hook you up with your 1% dude, your high earner dude. Because that's really what you want, right? So dump your husband and then come call me whenever you're done. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.